Show. What's in your cup?
A whole lot of everything, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody all around the world. Welcome to the best thing to ever happen to you. This is the Kickback Show, thekickbackshow.com. I go by the name of Files, and she is
Organic Blackberry, tastes like it sounds, sound like it tastes, and she is.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tiana Giovanna, as always, and he is
DJ Swivel. Anything less would be unswivelized.
That's right.
All right, so sometimes in life, you just living and you just doing your thing, and you end up coming across initially complete strangers. You know what I'm saying? And during those interactions, one or two things can happen. Either they can remain strangers, you don't say anything, or you start to interact and you develop ultimately a friendship, a bond, some sort of relationship, or whatever the case may be. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to HBO Capito, my brother, man. And it was so wild how we met because it was literally in transition.
Right.
And this was, man, it's been what, maybe about 4 or 5 years now?
It's been a long time, bro. And we still been tapped in after all these years, bro. Tapped in like we ain't, like, you know what I mean? Like we ain't never left, you feel me? So it's
never left.
It's a good vibe.
Real
you know
talk.
What I mean? You got two people that got good vibe, only greatness can come out of that, you know what I mean?
So just a little quick backstory and how this comes full circle. I would always run into him randomly when I was living in Pomona after basically recording the Kickback show. So after doing the show, didn't have a car, would go jump on the bus, and I would run into the family heading back out to the tent and everything. And eventually we just start chopping it up, and we was like, yo, what do you do? I do music, man. Where you coming home doing my radio show? Man, we got to connect. All right, when we get things going. And we would always have these very insightful, deep conversations. You know what I'm saying? And it's so unique, man, because at face value, you never know who you're running into, especially, anywhere, but especially in LA. It can always be something different, you know what I'm saying, as an exchange with Black men, and it's always beautiful when we're able to develop, you know what I'm saying, some sort of conversation and like we did, to be able to grow and say, see each other post catching the bus, you know what I'm saying, and in a different position in life. You know what I'm saying? So let me just say that I'm very extremely proud of you, brother, to see you doing your thing and all of that stuff that we've talked about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I noticed that you have put it into effect, you know what I'm saying? For those that have never heard the name HBO Capito, how would you introduce yourself?
I'm introducing myself as a Long Beach artist, a Long Beach rapper at that, you know what I mean? I'm a pain rapper, you know what I mean? Just a normal suburban kid, you know what I mean? From out the urban area, you know what I mean? Just trying to speak his pain in a way where, you know what I mean? Everybody can kind of like, feel for it, because everybody go through the same thing. It's not what you say, it's how you say certain things, you know what I mean? To grasp certain people, you know what I mean? So I'll try to, grasp a lot of different people through, you know what I mean? Pain through real situations that's going on.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We're in Long Beach.
Oh yeah, I'm over there on the 21st and Locust area.
Okay.
There it is. There. Yeah, man. And I like the way that you put that, saying, pain. You know what I'm saying? Because I think far too often we've heard the category of struggle. You know what I mean? But I feel like pain kind of connects the artist with their audience a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? To say
a lot more.
This is what I'm dealing with. This is how I've dealt with it, and this is how I've overcome. From that. You know what I'm saying? What would you say is some of the challenges though, with like creating and digging? Like, I mean, clearly being vulnerable to share that pain, but do you find that there's any kind of hurdles that you got to jump over in order to kind of reveal your story? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, when you're in a position to be able to have a platform to tell a story, I feel like the most difficult part is to be able to know who's really by your side. You know what I mean? Knowing who's really in your corner, because it's like, before you get to a certain platform, yeah, you can have everybody screaming, yeah, bro, support, I support you. But then it's like when you really get somewhere and people mad that you in a position that they feel like they should be in, support lacks. You know what I mean? So I feel like just the most difficult part is just knowing that you're not gonna always have the support that you want. The support gonna come from where you least expect it. You know what I mean?
Did you have that? Did you
Huh?
have that as a knowing going into it, or did you experience that and then start to paint that picture in your music? Like, how did that?
I started to experience that kind of like during my music. You know, before I kind of thought that I had the people that was around me, my big supporters. I thought these people would support me, you know what I mean? But support goes a lot of different ways from, you know what I mean? You don't gotta repost, you don't gotta do nothing. It can just be as simple as a conversation, you know what I mean? And none of my friends gave me that, you know, when I was down and I was going through certain situations in my house, you know, I had to sit in my house, in my four walls to figure a plan out, figure out what was for me, figure out what's for me. And, you know, once I kind of started deleting people out of my life, everything started rolling in. You know what I mean? Signed my first weed deal, you know what I'm saying, with Nug. With Nug, that's a weed distribution deal. The person who gave me that deal was go ahead, one of the co-writers of I Got 5 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
So he kind of, you know, put that in play for me. Shout outs to bro, Knucklehead and the Loonies. But yeah, just me just learning how just to stay away from people, you know what I mean? And just know where my support system really comes from.
That's dope.
Man, that's super dope.
I've heard that like recently, like from a few artists in terms of feeling like their close family and friends, like the close ones, are the ones who like kind of support the least. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and it's like the total strangers that will, you know, buy every single song or album, whatever, you know, mixtape, you know, any piece of merch and all that kind of stuff. Is that kind of been the same for you, or like, do you still have like close family and friends that are just as supportive?
You know, I feel like out of 20 people that you feel like support you, I feel like it's only gonna be 3 real ones. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people support me, you know what I mean? Family and friend wise. You know what I mean? I'm coming up, I used to be a kid, used to get suspended from school, you know, bad kid, you know what I mean? So people thought that, you know, by me having that, you know, that segment in my life, that's who I was gonna be. You know what I mean? I have aunties out there that was telling my mom and people, he's gonna be in jail before he's 18. He's gonna be this, he's gonna be that. And don't get me wrong, I was, but I'm not a bad person though off of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They all make mistakes, you feel me? So it's like, I'm not a bad person because shit, I made a mistake and decided to learn off of it. Shit, I learned off of it. I mean, but some people don't see you for who you're becoming. They'll just see you for who they saw you be back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, as long as you're learning from your mistakes, that's the most important thing.
That part right there.
Moments. It's like it's moments. It's not. It's like you had a bad moment. You didn't have a bad day. Like, you know, it's a moment, and you know, let that consume you and be your future. So
right about
that's the small-minded individuals, but that's adversity. You know, you face it head on. You know,
right.
Take it on the chin. But
that's
dope.
It's easy for people to want you to stay where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And because I identify it as the ego. You know what I mean? Like it would be egotistical, hypothetically, for me to be like, you know, looking at you doing your thing now, right, shining and winning in your own right, for me to be like, oh, he think he big, you know, he think he big time now. I remember when he was whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? I remember when he was back here, or he was on the same level as me, you know what I mean? And then it's the ego and that jealousy, the envy that starts to kick in and be like, you know, I'm not at that level, so let me try to bring him back down to mine, you know what I'm saying? And as Brandy said, it's it's that adversity where you have to learn how, you know, to distance yourself from those people, whether they be family, friends, whoever. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
let me align myself with the new energy, and it's all about literally about growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I totally believe that we get into this music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is spectacular. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's another crazy thing. Like you meet a million people that say they make music, right? So the first time that you said it, you know what I'm saying? It's easy because it's just like, all right, here goes another dude that's rapping. It could be whatever. But when I first heard you years ago, I was like, nah, bro, he has something.
Right.
Like he's got it. You know what I'm saying? And so to see you elevate from that point, again, I'm extremely proud of you, Brody, and I'm so glad that we have you on and we're able to do this. Let's see, out of what you sent us, man, I think because we LA, and this is kind of like a yearly thing for us, but officially in the season being, I think it's only right that we get into these the summer vibes, man. Is that good with you?
Come on, let's get into it. Summer vibes. That's
Let's
the
do it,
beginning. Look,
man.
and that was the beginning of a lot of feeling, you know, a lot of hatred that came towards me. That was like, you know, because, you know, I did music, you know what I mean? I came from battle rap, so, you know, I was always on it. But then as far as music, I was dropping songs, but nobody never seen my content, you know what I mean? So I must have just up jump and say, I think that was, matter of fact, that was on my birthday, you know what I mean? So when I did that was on my birthday. I woke up one day, I said, you know what? I'm finna go get the Bentley truck. You know what I mean? So I went to go get the Bentley truck on my birthday. I woke up, I said, I'm finna go get the Bentley truck. I go get the Bentley truck, and I'm like, I'm about to shoot a video. Fuck it. You feel me? So then I'm like, it wasn't even planned. Like, it wasn't even planned for me to shoot the video, but I'm like, damn, it's my birthday. I got a Bentley truck. What else am I gonna do? You feel me? So I shot the video. It was a good vibe.
That's dope.
It was a good vibe.
Man, I love to hear it. I love to see it. Sometimes, and you have to do it, especially being out here on the West Coast. Like, you have to do it. Palm trees,
so much
weather,
good scenery out here.
So much. Anywhere you go, it's beautiful. Absolutely. Well, HBO Capito is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Kickback Show, the kickbackshow.com. DJ Swoon is in the mix. We coming back with some more. It's the summer vibes right now.
The Kickback Show. What's in your cup?
I can smoke on here as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I was just being respectful. I didn't want to light the loud up.
Plus, who would we be to be like, no, you can't smoke in your house right now, brother?
No, right.
Smoking.
As Brandy was over there puffing earlier too, so.
Right, yeah.
Look, and it's crazy because I was trying to figure out, was she really smoking? I'm like, was she smoking her blood or really? Like, I was trying to remember, you know what I mean?
No, I appreciate you asking because I know where your mind was at. You was probably thinking like, oh, this is, you know, I don't know who's watching this and. You already know. You gotta always be professional, bro. When you're dealing with business, you gotta always be, you know what I mean? Just because I want to smoke weed, it may not be the place and time to smoke some weed. You know what I mean? I feel that, but no, please be. So
look, I ain't got no problem with putting out the blunt for, you know what I mean, for business, bro.
Listen, brother, today is a beautiful day outside. I want you to live your best life. You feel me?
Oh,
You grew up in Long Beach?
Yeah, I grew up in Long Beach. But yeah, man, I back in the day, I used to stay in the IE. I had moved to the IE. That's kind of where me and bro kind of, you know, gained our relationship from, you know, traveling back to the IE because I used to work in the IE. No, I used to work in LA, but live in the IE. So I used to travel from downtown LA. I was going to downtown LA all the way from Chino. You know what I mean? So that was, you know what I mean? That was a little mission. You know what I mean? That was me really trying to find out who I am. You know what I mean? Am I gonna be I ain't gonna do nothing, or I'm gonna go to work? You know what I mean? I was just trying to figure myself out at that time.
And it's a beautiful thing, man. Primarily because you know, a lot of those conversations that we had back then, it kind of ties into what we just talked about, right? with reframing your mind.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And really gearing your mind towards what it is that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what you need to do in order to get to where you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so, granted, it wasn't ideal for me to you know, commute through the bus, you know what I'm saying, to LA. But it was like, look, this is my baby. This is what I need to do in order to get it to where I want. You know what I mean? Until everything else falls in line. You know what I'm saying? So, and here we are, the Kickback Show.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah, man. So through your music, through your music, I know, you know, we share the pain.
Mm-hmm.
How do you also incorporate like or maybe the better question is, what is your message to those that are listening in order to overcome the pain? You know what I'm saying? Because I think I just personally, I find it to be a disservice if anybody, no matter who it is, if they're only giving you one side. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm having a conversation with you and I'm like, man, it's dirty out here, it's the trap out here, blah, blah, blah. But then I'm not giving you the tools and the resources to be able to grow and elevate. So how do you incorporate that? And what is your message?
Basically, for me, one thing that I know, everybody go through something. Everybody has a situation. You know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of people's situations are different. You know what I mean? You may have a situation that's different from mine, but, you know, me just tapping in with self, I understood that there's a connection through everybody's situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by there being a connection, you have to figure out what's your connection. Because, you know, you got people, you know, people that go through situations and they go to certain people, and that certain people that they go to, they can give them just whatever type of advice just because they're right here, or they came to, you know what I mean? They came to them about the situation. So some people are just blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I think you should. But who's really connecting to your situation to be able to tell you something? I don't say nothing on none of my raps that I ain't did for myself.
Right.
I don't talk about nothing I don't do for myself. So everything I do, I try to show people, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I just got shot, you know what I mean? So with this type of situation, I try to rap my situation to certain people, because right now I'm trying to grab the youth, you know what I mean? I'm 30 right now, you know what I mean? So right now my focus is to grab the youth, you know what I mean? Some of the younger generations, because right now the young generation is what's tearing everything up right now, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So, but it's like, I feel like with the youth, for me being a kind of part of the youth, I feel like nobody don't got nobody to talk to. You know what I mean? Everybody get on Instagram, everybody looking at these videos. Well, I want to be a nigga with a chain and this and that and this. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Want you to have a chain, have money, cars, have the lifestyle, but it's a certain way you got to go about it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I feel like, you know what I mean? For me being from my section, or from anybody being from any section, you know what I mean? Once you joined that section, you've been from that section, you know what I mean? I feel like you grow in from a student to a teacher. You know what I mean? So I feel like with any gang member, anybody in that, you know what I mean? In that section like that, when you become a member, I feel like it's over time it's due for you to be a teacher. You know what I mean? It's not just about hitting the block, shooting up ops and doing shit like that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, bills got to be paid and families got to get fed. You feel me? So it's like, I try to show people that, you know what I mean? No matter what you do, I don't care if you want to be a bean pie seller. You better be the best bean pie seller in the world. If you feel like you can make $1 million through selling bean pies and selling DVDs, it's a way. You just got to figure it out. You can't expect for no one to, oh, look, here's a truck for you to have your bean pies out of. No, you got to go and, you know what I mean? Go through the steps and go through all of that. So I feel like with a lot of people seeing me from way before I rap, you know what I mean? Not having as much, and, you know, just doing certain stuff. I feel like the jury and all the stuff that I'm accomplishing now, I feel like by me having all of that, I try to show people that, you know what I mean? It's cool to have it. Yeah, you can have it. You know what I mean? But it takes steps. You know what I mean? It takes steps to get to a lot of places. Growth takes you a lot of places. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I didn't have growth. You know what I mean? I got people from London hitting me up. London, like, I have a fan base in London now. You know what I mean? So just with that, people that's not even from here, they don't know nothing, but you still relate to me. That's big to me. You know what I mean? So I just more so just try to just show people that it's possible. When you look at me, I want you to think of the word possible. You know what I mean? Because everything's possible. You just got to be able to stick through the, you know what I mean? The rainy days, the stormy days, because it's going to be there. But as long as you know who you are within self, you can get through anything.
I see. That's heavy.
That's real.
True.
And not, like, honestly, like, I have so much respect for that, for the fact that you talk about shit that you've really been through. Like, because there are so many people, especially like in the rap game, there are so many people trying to come up who are faking the funk, who ain't never been through anything that they're talking about, who will sit there and swear they got X, Y, and Z. They still living with their mama. Like, and I'm all for it. Like, I get it. Fake it till you make it. I'm one of those people who I'm like, you know what? More so believe it till you receive it. But you don't have to put out there inauthentic stuff to get to where you want to be. And I think that that's what sets so many people apart, is that authenticity. Because I don't care who you are, you can tell when it's bullshit. And it's an energy.
Sure.
It's an energy. And the fact that you are as authentic as you are, I think that that's why you're seeing, you know, a fan base in London. I think that's why you're seeing people resonate with your music, because they feel what you're going through and they can relate. And so, like, I just have to say props for that. I have so much respect for you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen what happened with, you know, the likes of Tekashi Snitch 9 versus for me, like, Gangstar was one of those, like, you know, that group that was like, we're not doing anything in our music or our videos that isn't something that we've actually said or done. And first group that I the one and only group that I DJ'd for was like, I, you know, sat down with them to see, like, you know, what they're about, because I wasn't about to attach myself to something that's fake. And
right.
Like, going back to Gangstar, like, you know, you see, like, because of the authenticity, you know, Guru's been gone for what, like 7-8 years or something like that, but they put out an album a year ago, and, you know, was still successful because of the authenticity and those fans still appreciating those artists. Right. So yeah, I mean, just to co-sign on. Right.
I feel like being authentic in your raps is important. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, I don't feel like nobody really has a legit purpose no more with music. I think everybody just wants to be the next big star tomorrow. You know what I mean? I want to be a star tomorrow. I want to be a star last week. You know what I mean? And me, I'm a 90s baby. You know what I mean? All my favorite artists that I looked into, you know what I mean? It took a time for a lot of people to get where they got to, you know what I mean? And watching people like, you know what I mean? Like Nipsey, Nipsey, reason why I can say he's one of my favorite artists is, you know what I'm saying? He grew into being my favorite artist because he wasn't at first, you know what I mean? But once I started to really see him, to me, he made it cool to be a nigga from the hood that can do other things that the niggas from the hood ain't doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
He made that cool to me. You know what I mean? Like, while I was trying to figure out myself, like, damn, like, do I want to be an on the block nigga? Do I want to be a nigga to go to work? Do I want to, you know what I mean? And you battle these things when you're an artist, because it's like, you know, some things can make you or break you. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to be careful with how you move. You got to be real strategic. You know what I mean? Just like Rick Ross used a security guard. Ain't nothing wrong with being a security guard, But the fact that it was able to get out there, how it got out there, on top of how you're promoting yourself, that was the problem.
Right.
You
Exactly.
want to be some mafioso nigga,
Yeah.
Right.
but you're telling people how to be this you know what I'm saying? You're telling people how to be this mafioso nigga or this kingpin or whoever the hell you think you are, but really you're not telling nobody. You're telling people the steps as you're at the top. You're not telling nobody the steps to get there, and the steps to get there, you're gonna have to get you a job. Unless you some big hustler, you want to risk your life, be in jail 30, 40 million times. I'm not a jail nigga. I don't like jail. I done been to jail a couple times. I'm not a jail nigga. I don't like niggas telling me when to go to sleep, throwing these drawers. I'm not doing none of that. That's not my type. You know what I mean? So it's like, I try to tell people the steps, you know what I mean? Hustle. Go. You want to see a little weed, say a little weed, say a little packs. Have your job on the side, dog.
Yeah.
You don't got to spend 100% on the block. You know what I mean? You losing like that. You know what I mean? Once you able to go to work, spend 8 to 12 hours somewhere in a closed location where you ain't got to, you know what I mean? So it's like, people don't really understand the steps. So I just try to just show people that it's cool to go to work. It's all right. Go to work. Get a job. Do what you want to do. I ain't going to tell nobody to go out there and flip no patties. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, you got to do what's best for you. If flipping patties is something you okay with, then flip a patty. Do what you got to do to be able to bring a bag in. Because people going to laugh at you, but people going to also be mad at you when you got more in your pocket than them.
And I was going to say, I commend you for your accountability, which is something that we talk about a lot with the artists that we have on this show. And I mean, I already knew this about you, but I appreciate the fact that you take that ownership and the responsibility, not only within your craft, but then you just brought it up as being, like a Nipsey, to where we've had this conversation. You talk to majority of Black men primarily that grow up in these different areas, intersection or whatever the case may be. They become a product of their environment. You talk to them, they don't want to be there. They're trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them have ideas. They're extremely brilliant. They are creators, you know what I'm saying, that have so much more potential. But society, and a lot of times, like you mentioned, the music, it normalizes the other stuff. It doesn't normalize what everyday people will consider to be weird, or you a geek, you a nerd. It's like, yo, it's okay to be smart. It's okay to have a decent GPA. It's okay to be able to be interested in other things, which a lot of us Black men are. That's okay. You don't have to be hardcore all the time. You don't have to be a thug every day. You don't have to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all right for you to be into things that
and you don't have
to
be
normal.
Philosophical all the time and woke and all that. You can, if the duality is both.
Right.
It's a balance.
Right.
It's balance.
And I feel like, I feel like I do have a balance. You know what I mean? Because I just want people to, you know what I mean? I don't care who you are. If I know you, don't know you, whatever you feel a way about me, just make it. Do what you got to do. Don't hate on somebody and be talking about somebody and then you the nigga 5 years later that ain't nowhere.
Right.
Don't be that nigga. Don't be that nigga. You feel me? Just be to be humble. You feel me? Because it took me a long time to be humble. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like me, I really don't do features like that. I'm not even into features. Why? Because I don't want niggas talking about popping a million perks, popping a million Xanaxes on my shit. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? I'm a part of that because, you know what I mean? I pop perks, you know what I mean? Due to, you know what I mean, certain, pains that I go through. You know what I mean? Not saying that it's cool, you know what I mean? But when you're a role model of people, you're able to kind of teach people how to do stuff. I'm not telling you to go pop a whole bottle of perks. I'm telling you I'm popping perks through my pain. You know what I mean? This is what I do to comfort myself, but I'm not saying pop a million perks. I'm not talking every single line, oh, pop 30s, do this. No, these are certain things that I have to do. Pop a perk and sell perks and do things to be able to get me where I'm at. You know what I mean? I also had a job. You know what I mean? So I was doing a lot of different things to find out who I am today. I don't pop perks like I used to 5-10 years ago. You know what I mean? I find it cool to be, you know what I mean? I'm from like I said, I'm a 90s baby. So I come from the era where the OGs used to tell me, you don't never do your supply. You don't never do shit yourself. Nowadays, these niggas got 30 boxes of lean and they doing 20 bottles and selling 10. You know what I mean?
They better listen to Biggie. Never get high on your own supply.
Look, never get high on your own supply. You feel me? Like you went from being the dealer to the customer.
Your biggest customer.
A lot of these niggas are customers, just customers that, you know what I mean? Like, and it's, to me, that's not cool. Like, I don't want to promote that. I don't care if you do pop, drink juice or do whatever. You don't gotta promote it. Cause it's a lot of kids watching, bro. Yeah. And it's like, I don't want a 7-year-old kid to sit up here and be, you know, he got a dad, you know what I mean? Now he watching his dad sip lean. Now when his dad going, he finna going, oh, let me get a little, you know what I mean? Cause that's that's how I got started. Right. You know what I mean? Seeing Lil Wayne drinking the juice, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, oh shit, Granny got some juice in here. Hold on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, it just, I feel like it's not what you say, it's how you say some shit, man. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people.
That's a bar right there. That's a bar.
You know, it's a lot of people that have the potential to really, you know, just direct somebody in another way, but some people just direct them down the lane of death. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a bad person. Y'all did a lot of things, you know what I mean, growing up. But, you know, like I just got shot. You know what I mean? I just got shot due to a nigga want to, you know what I mean, try to take what I earned. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, you got people out here, they thirsty right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why when I got shot, that's why I made the song March 26th. You know what I mean? March 26th gonna explain it all, from every feeling I felt, every thought, emotion, you know what I mean? That ran across my mind. That's my pain. That's the things that I went through. And for you to not to want to think like how I'm saying or be able to do the type of things that happened to me, you gotta know how to avoid certain situations. See me, you know what I mean? You bigger, and I never really thought, you know, just being from the city, bro. Yeah, when you know a lot of people, you know what I mean? But then it's like when you really start doing good for yourself, you don't really see how good you're really doing, especially when you don't have, back to what we were talking about in the beginning with the supporters. You know what I mean? When you don't have your family right there saying, you know, you're doing good, keep doing good, keep doing good. So when you really don't hear that as much, yeah, you hear it from other people, but sometimes you want to hear it from your people. And when you don't hear from your people, you feel like you're just in the same place, but you're moving. But you'll feel like you're in the same place, like you're not doing nothing, because you don't hear from your people. So for a long time, I didn't really think I was as popping as I was. You know what I mean? So it's like me going to certain places, you know, I'm good with all hoods. So just me going to certain places, I'm like, nigga, well, hey, I know this, I know that, I know, you know what I mean? My uncle and him, woo. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. It's not even about that. Now it's, these niggas just saw you in a Bentley truck. You was just in a Ferrari, nigga. You was just doing this, but you want to go down to the low bottom hood liquor store. You know what I mean? So it's like just like on March 26th, when I got robbed that first day, I ended up going to the weed shop. You know what I mean? Going to the weed shop, you know what I mean? Trying to get some weed. What happened when I go in there? I ended up seeing a nigga who shot me. Whole another shootout just happened. You know what I mean? So it's like, now it's like, I'm not that type of nigga. I'm just a protector. You feel me? I protect what's mine. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? So it was just like, now I gotta understand now that I look different, smell different, taste different. I can't be going to these little spots that 90% of the city going to. You know what I mean? I can't do that no more. You know what I mean? So now it's it's like now it's like niggas will see me in the city, but you'll never see me in the city. You'll never see me now. Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like you can't come to none of my sessions. You can't come nowhere. You can't do nothing.
But that's
you know what I mean? Because now I know
understand.
exactly what it is.
Like,
You
that's
said,
what people don't understand is, you know, you'll have people, like, you have to move different. When you're growing, when you're earning more, when you're in, like, when you change lanes in your life, you have to move different. And then you'll have those people who will come up to you and be like, oh, you're different now. Oh, money changed you. Success changed you. No, I grew. I'm not the same person I was when you knew me.
I'm getting that same problem right now. You know what I mean? That same, a lot of my old friends I used to run with, like, every day. Once I started really elevating, you know what I mean? People started using the money. Oh, you got money now you different. But it's like
no, it's a mindset.
It's like you only saying that I'm acting different because of my money, because my money got different from yours.
And they're not benefiting off of the money that they're now seeing you with.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like people, because I don't feel like anybody who is happy for somebody or, you know, fucks with somebody will ever tell somebody you're acting different because of money. Don't get me wrong, you got people out there who do act weird because of money, but I wasn't that type of nigga, bro. I'm getting Bentley trucks, calling my niggas, look, check it out. Come on, pull up, bro. We in a Bentley truck tonight. You want to drive? What you want to do? You feel me? Everything I do is for us. That's why, you know, I got the slogan, I love us. Because no matter who I'm friends with, whoever I fuck with, I love us. And whatever I got to do to make us right, get us further in life, I'm going to play my part. Whatever I can put on the table. If you bringing the food to the table, then fuck it. I'm going to bring a fork. I'm going to bring a soda. A lot of niggas ain't even positions to bring a fork or a soda. But niggas want to be at the table eating. Right. You know what I mean? Like, damn, bring a napkin. Bring something. Niggas can't bring nothing. But you know what I mean? So it's like, I had to understand that the mindset just gets different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, me being in the city, Long Beach and LA, I love it. I grew here. You understand? I love everything about this. But it's, what am I loving?
You highlighted it a couple times, man. I think it's only right that we get into March 26th and play that for the people.
I agree.
You know, you mentioned
for sure.
You know, it's only fitting. So
absolutely.
March 26th is gonna tell everything. You know what I mean? Everything people don't know. I know everybody's seen my situation on the Citizens Act. That's why I have to touch up with this so people don't be thinking, you know what I mean? Whatever they thinking. You know what I mean? You're gonna hear it from my mouth. You know what I mean? You're gonna hear it from me. You're gonna be able to see exactly what happened. You know what I mean? And just know it, whatever y'all think, you got people out there saying, oh, you people doing that because you posting money and do it. It wasn't even that type of situation. I don't got nobody who want to do ill intentions towards me from my past. I don't got that type of shit. You know what I mean? You got ill people out here in general. You know what I mean? So it's just like that situation can happen to anybody, just like the millions of people that it's been happening to. Rich the Kid, all these other, you know what I mean? So it's just a normal thing for this season right now because none of these youngsters know how to get nothing. All these people, they have mama, daddy, give them everything. They just so used to getting fed by people giving them a plate of food that don't know how to go out there and fish for their own food.
HBO Capito is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. March 26th, we're going to get into it. DJ Swoop was in the mix. This is The Kickback Show, thekickbackshow.com. You are welcome, snitch.
Yo! The Kickback Show. What's in your cup?
This is beautiful. All right.
Yeah, I love the, hey, I want to let you guys know, I appreciate you guys so much. I love this vibe.
Absolutely.
This vibe. Hey, look, I wish we could be with each other. I could have like some Moet bottles in the building, right? We got some mimosas and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hopefully soon, man. We figuring it all out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's gonna happen.
We figuring it all out.
Sure.
Absolutely. All right. I say this often and it always applies, no more than the next, but this is definitely one of those moments that confirms why we do what it is that we do, you know, here at the Kickback Show. Bruh, I absolutely love you. I appreciate you for your artwork, brother, for your, you know, for your energy, really. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's kept our relationship as tight and as close as it is. Whether I'm, you know, was seeing you as we was commuting back to the IE, or if I'm randomly running into you at the mall, you know what I'm saying, just and moving, or even, you know, I think we ran into each other at a party one time, at the little, you know, the little woo-wop out there, you know what I'm saying, which was such a beautiful thing, man, you know what I'm saying, and I always, every time I see you, it's always love, it's always a smile, it's always great and positive energy, man, and I'm glad that we were able to sit down and commune this way in both of our respective fields. Right.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, brother. And it's an open door policy, so anytime that you want to come and if you want to talk about the Lakers, if you want to talk about whatever's on your mind, share anything, even if it isn't music related, man, the doors are open, and this is for you, man.
Appreciate it.
Always, man. Where can the people find you? How can they keep up with you?
Everybody can follow me on Instagram, HBO_Capito. That's HBO_CAPITO. That's pretty much everything. You can find me on anywhere through that. You can go on SoundCloud, find me up, HBO Capito_Capito on there too. I'm everywhere. Apple Music, iTunes. Any platform you can find me on is HBO_Capito. You know what I mean?
There it is. And we have clearly we've been playing music, and we have a couple more before we get out of here, man. But I'm assuming that there's some more of this fire and heat coming, man. We in the lab. What else we expect?
Visuals? We got some visuals coming.
Oh yeah, I for sure got some visuals coming. Right now I'm just going through situations right now, just trying to get my car back right now. Due to the shooting and everything right now, but yeah, I got March 26th video dropping. I have more visuals for more songs, more unreleased songs that I haven't released yet. More coming out. I have way more visuals coming. Computer Love, we finna shoot those visuals as well. So we got a lot more really coming. I got a clothing line coming too, the HBO clothing line. Let me give y'all a little visual. Give y'all a little visual of it real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I say you're welcome because you know that we give the exclusives.
Look at that. That's hot.
Yo.
You feel me? You know, the hottest baby out.
Fly.
Yeah.
So we got the merch coming. You know, I got shirts printed up right now, but you know, we got more stuff dropping. I'm gonna have a lot more clothing dropping. Making a lot of clothes for babies too. So real baby clothes, you know. Bibs and everything, you know, mess around some baby and everything, you know. So, you know.
Man. I don't think I've ever heard that. I don't think I've ever heard of an artist saying like, yo, I got some baby bibs that I'm about to try. That's a lie.
Right?
It's
I
different.
love it.
You know, for the boys and the girls, you know what I mean? And I'm about
man.
to actually start doing a YouTube channel actually for the kids too, you know what I mean? Trying to tap in more with kids, you know what I mean? To do more vlogging and stuff for the kids so they can kind of get another aspect of me instead of looking at me as a rapper. You know what I mean? Looking at a person and just want to laugh, giggle, you know, you got some people that don't want to be around kids. Kids ain't got look, I ain't got no problem with no kids. Bring a kid around me, we gonna mess around, be in a room playing. Running through, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But kids want to see stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I want to give that experience to like kids.
Right?
You got me. So, you know, I got a lot of stuff just really dropping, a lot of content, just a whole lot of, you know, just a whole new wave to promote to people, to let people know it's okay, it's cool to be you, be happy, be fun. Be you, you know what I mean? And be the best you that you can be. So that's all I'm trying to do, just show and promote that I'm the best me out there.
I think you're like at that perfect like position in life as well as age in terms of You know, like you said earlier, like understanding that you can teach the younger generation, and you can kind of pass on the knowledge and the wisdom you gained from your situations, your mistakes, all that good stuff. But you're at that age where you can relate to that younger generation a lot better.
Right.
Say somebody in their 40s, 50s, or whatever, like, and they'll listen to you more because of your position, because of your age, and that sort of thing. So, you know, like Faz said, like, you know, props to you, and in understanding that and taking advantage of your platform and your knowledge and paying it forward.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
And standing tall. And standing tall in your authenticity.
Yeah.
And like showing it's cool to be both sides. Like it's like, you know, talking about it, being about it, moving forward, but still speaking on it, but not glorifying it. It's like, it's, and taking the responsibility in that. So it's just I'm super appreciative of you. So, you know, thank you.
That's fair. Appreciate it.
Man, off top. And as always, we are the Kickback Show, thekickbackshow.com. I go by WaveCap Johnny on Instagram and Twitter, and she is
Organic Blackberry, tastes like a sound like a taste, and she is
across the board, Tiana Giovanna. You can find me anywhere, and he is
DJ Swivel on Twitter, Swivel on Instagram, SWIVLL.
There it is.
There it is. I think it's only right that we play Size 41 and Computer Love by HBO Capito. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my brother, again, open door policy. We got to definitely sit down and do this again, man.
Come on, with it. Whenever you already know I'm winning. I'm jumping up out the seat no matter where I'm at. I'm jumping
off top.
When the baby merch is ready, you know, we got the baby ready. So
yep.
look, you guys got a fresh package. Don't even worry about it. I got you.
Yeah. That's what's up. Until next time, man, we love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, we love you, bro. And yeah, Kickback Show. Peace.
Don't miss a beat. Kick that beat. Follow us on social media at The Kickback Show. Kickback on everything.